Para mí, que no soy profesor, es siempre un momento de mucha expresión musical, con intensidad, trabajar con jóvenes flautistas como aquí en el liceo y los profesores que ya han preparado el repertorio, el gran repertorio de conciertos de flauta, y para mí de compartir a mi experiencia del escenario, de la vida de solista con los ensayos y los conciertos, toda esa experiencia de saber qué cosas mejor hacer, qué cosas mejor evitar, y compartir esas cosas con los estudiantes, con la juventud, la dinámica, el entusiasmo musical que tienen y las capacidades técnicas que son fenomenales aquí. Es muy interesante y siempre un trabajo de mucha intensidad. Por primero, no hay conciertos que no son importantes. Cada concierto es importante. En el pueblito donde hay dos almas, va a tener mucho más importancia para esas dos almas que en una sala de 2.000 personas. El flautista tiene que respirar bien y no don't squeeze, not squeeze the sound. Honestly, I have a problem when I hear, somebody who's pressing like squeezing a fruit for the juice. It's not a lip instrument, it's a wind instrument. It's an open sound compared to the other wind instruments. All the other wind instruments are closed, embouchure. We are the only open one. So we are also technically closest to the human voice. So if each of us manage to bring this voice through the instrument, that's the ideal thing. And that's what I like to hear. And how to do this is by breathing really properly before. And considering also that to compensate this, we have to do, we were talking about this the other day also, we have to compensate exercise, not so much about the posture, you have to take care not to squeeze here, because it's a limitation, not squeeze here, because there's also a limitation. It's more about like a balloon of air, that we deal here how much air we let out, but we don't have to squeeze it. If we are full of air, it's going to come out anyway, because that's how we breathe, in and out. But we have to start breathing really properly, anticipating, breathing in tempo, thinking about the beats, one bar before, before you start playing a piece, one bar, so you anticipate, you are already in the music and projecting, putting everything in a time frame, so that the direction of the interpretation is already set. You know where you're going. You're deciding where to go. There's so many different styles of music, but having a story behind this connects all these lines, all these phrases, all the technical things that we have to solve and give them a meaning. And when you play, you think about an idea and you try to create a hologram vision of this idea that you have in mind, so that people get touched by this feeling that they will catch, rather than just by the putting the notes next to each other. So if you have an audition, if you have a competition, if you have a concert that you feel is important, you feel some pressure because of the situation, go there one day before, check the place. Or a week before, or a month, get ready, so that you don't surprise. You're not surprised because this is a lot of stress to deal with in a moment of the performance. When I'm in Berlin, I know the place. I always rehearse there in the Philharmonie or in the chamber hall or recital hall. I know these places now. But when I'm on tour, I always go before the concert and I practice on stage, because then the hall belongs to me, and the people, I can welcome the people. Otherwise, it belongs to the people, and they will, and you are the foreigner. So you have to make yourself at home. That's the most important thing. So also, when you go to an audition for orchestra, you are playing for some people. They will be judging you. They will not say you play good, you play bad. They don't care about this. They just care about, do I want to hire this person in my orchestra? That's what interesting for them. It's not a question of value of how good you play this day or not. That's a competition. That's maybe different. An audition, it's what do you bring then to the orchestra. So before you go to an audition, you prepare, you look on YouTube or on the website of the orchestra, what have they been playing, what are the shows that they are doing, how does the hall look like, who are the people playing what are they familiar with, what is the flute sound that they heard before, where do they come from, is it something that is for me or not. And so when you audition for an orchestra, you have to, you know, it's not you, it's whether you play good or bad is not relevant. It's whether they like it or not, whether they think it's good for their orchestra.
Los periodos de crisis, las artes son más importantes que en los periodos de confort, de normalidad. Y la intensidad del mensaje artístico, de la visión, del ideal artístico, de las cosas bellas que se pueden imaginar haciendo música, tocando música, pero hay otras formas de artes, claro. Y son muy importantes, el sueño de la vida, de una vida mejor.